Juan Soto's departure to the Mets continues to generate repercussions. After a year being celebrated by Yankees fans, his choice to cross the city and wear the New York Mets jersey brought not only a sense of betrayal, but also unexpected criticism. Now, Soto's defensive ability has become a target. Is he ready to silence the critics? When the New York Mets announced the signing of Soto to a record-breaking 15-year, $765 million deal, the baseball world was shocked. After all, the 26-year-old, at the peak of his career, chose the Mets over the prestigious Yankees. This decision not only shook the Bronx fan base, but also opened the door to a narrative questioning his defense. But are these criticisms fair, or just an emotional response from disappointed fans? David Stearns, president of the Mets, believes Soto has a lot to offer, including defensively. We talked about it during the negotiations. He's motivated to keep improving. We saw progress last year and believe he can continue to move forward, Stearns said to The Athletic. According to Mets assistant coach Antoine Richardson, Soto's potential in the outfield is huge. He shared a story from when he saw Soto training with the Nationals. He would show up early, work intensely, and had a unique desire to improve. I see him as an extremely fluid athlete with natural actions. He has all the tools to become exceptional. This commitment is exactly what the Mets hope to exploit. Our goal is to help Soto reach his best defensive version in right field, Richardson said. For a player who is already a four-time All-Star, this ambition shows he's far from reaching his full potential. While the Mets celebrate their new star, Yankees fans are divided. Many question whether the team should have fought harder to keep Soto or if he was never truly indispensable. But the truth is, in 2024, the Yankees will face a rival that not only has one of the best hitters in the game, but also someone willing to silence any doubts about his defensive abilities. Was Soto's departure really a strategic mistake by the Yankees? Or was he never the perfect fit for the Bronx? More importantly, how do you think Soto's performance with the Mets will impact the rivalry between the two teams? Share your thoughts in the comments. Your perspective could help enrich this discussion. Now, I ask you, fan, if Soto really elevates his defense and becomes the complete player the Mets believe he can be, how will that affect the Yankees-Mets rivalry history? Are we seeing the start of a new era in New York? Speaking of new eras, with Juan Soto's departure and the Yankees looking for a new face to lead the franchise in the coming years, Vladimir Guerrero Jr.'s name is beginning to gain traction in the Bronx. The Toronto Blue Jays star, with a contract valid until the end of 2025, is already being targeted as one of the major players in the next wave of multi-million-dollar contracts in MLB. But is the connection between Guerrero and the Yankees truly possible? In previous years, Guerrero was adamant that he would never play for the Yankees. However, recently his stance has softened. Whether due to business strategy or natural maturity, he now seems more open to considering all options, including a potential future in the Bronx. This shift has already started to fuel the imagination of Yankees fans. After all, who wouldn't want to see one of the best hitters in the league wearing pinstripes? In the current market, Guerrero's next contract could exceed $500 million. It's an impressive number, but the Yankees have shown throughout their history that they aren't afraid to invest in superstars. Soto's departure may have even created room in the payroll for an audacious move in the future. For the Blue Jays, however, the situation is complicated. With Guerrero likely heading to free agency after his contract ends, Toronto faces a difficult decision. Try for a deal now, risk losing him without return, or trade him before the end of 2025 to secure talent in exchange. Steven Perello of Rising Apple believes a potential bidding war between the Yankees and Mets in 2025 could be on the horizon, with Guerrero in the spotlight. Like Juan Soto, Guerrero is a player who combines power, discipline at the plate, and longevity, traits any franchise would want in a long-term centerpiece. The Yankees, known for their tradition of attracting big names, will certainly be ready for this battle. But will their rival Mets, who already shipped the market by signing Soto, also be willing to enter the fight for Guerrero? The mere possibility of Vladimir Guerrero Jr. playing for the Yankees is enough to spark discussions among fans. For Bronx supporters, he would not only be a powerful addition to the roster, but also an opportunity to strengthen the rivalry with both the Blue Jays and the Mets. On the other hand, Toronto fans may wonder, is it worth giving up Guerrero now to secure an immediate return? Or would it be better to bet everything on trying to keep him in the future? Now, we want to know your opinion. Do Do you believe the Yankees should do everything possible to bring Vladimir Guerrero Jr.? Or would it be more interesting to invest in other areas of the roster? And for Blue Jays fans, what would you do in the front office's shoes? Keep Guerrero until the end or seek a trade now? Juan Soto's departure to the Mets and the potential arrival of Vladimir Guerrero Jr. to the Yankees raise important questions about how New York's franchises are shaping their long-term strategies. On one side, the Mets are making a heavy investment in a record contract for Soto, betting that his talent transcends defensive criticism and that he will be the engine for a new era in Queens. On the other side, the Yankees are feeling the pressure to respond with an equally bold move, perhaps placing Guerrero Jr. on their radar as a key piece for the future. This scenario is not only fascinating for New York fans, but also highlights a dynamic that's been intensifying in MLB, the fight for supremacy in the biggest baseball city in the world. With massive budgets, both the Yankees and Mets have the resources to attract the biggest talents. But as we've seen with Soto, money alone isn't enough. Creating an environment that attracts stars and offers real chances of success is crucial. Now, looking at Guerrero Jr., the question becomes, is he the perfect fit for the Yankees? His power at the plate and his presence in the lineup are undeniable, but would he bring the necessary impact to reverse recent years of frustration? And for the Blue Jays, losing Guerrero would be a tough blow, but perhaps inevitable. Would trading him now, ensuring a significant return, be the smartest move? With Soto and the Mets and the Yankees potentially eyeing Guerrero, we're witnessing the beginning of a new era in baseball. The rivalry between the Yankees and Mets seems destined to reach new heights, with each team striving to outdo the other. But the impact of these decisions goes beyond New York. It sets the tone for the rest of the league and shapes expectations for the years to come. Now, we want to know what you think. Do you believe Juan Soto will prove his defensive worth and justify the Mets' investment? And what about Vladimir Guerrero Jr.? Would he be the solution for the Yankees to get back on top? Share your thoughts in the comments. If you like the content, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the bell so you don't miss any updates. Your support is essential for us to continue bringing analyses and opinions about everything happening with the Yankees in MLB.